But we begin with Tropical Storm Elsa hitting the Florida Keys with heavy rain and high winds. Officials are warning residents to take precautions as the storm is expected to gain strength before making landfall. ABC's Trevor Alt has the latest from Key West.
This morning, Tropical Storm Elsa drenching the Keys as rain bands hit Florida's mainland. A fierce gust of wind in Sunny Isles blowing this chair off a balcony, sending it several stories below. The person who took the video saying the chair narrowly missed a woman.
This storm's arrival on the heels of the 4th of July means it's hitting with thousands of tourists still in town.
South Florida residents taking precautions overnight, some already feeling the effects.
Just batten down the hatches and get ready for it.
And while officials are urging residents to take necessary precautions,
make sure their boat is secure, make sure their patio furniture is all put away, get the last minute supplies that they need to get.
Near Fort Myers, residents packing sandbags in preparation, with many refusing to evacuate. On Monday, Elsa made landfall in Cuba, battering the rural regions with torrential rain and strong winds, rivers overflowing, flooding fields and nearby towns. Officials there evacuating 180,000 to higher ground after the storm killed 3 people in the Caribbean.
All right, Trevor Alt in Key West for us. Thanks, Trevor. And Elsa is expected to make landfall near Tampa Bay late tonight with close to hurricane-force winds. Flash flooding and tornadoes are also possible, and storm surge could reach as high as 5 feet. Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee joins me live now for more on where the storm is headed now. Ginger, what's the latest?
So, Diane, North Reddington Beach here, and you see people trying to get in the last couple hours before conditions really deteriorate, and they will because it's moving from south to north. Let me take you straight to the maps and show you what's happening. It's passed west of Key West, whipping them with the winds, and you could see gusts with this up to 60 miles per hour, and then those rain bands. On top of it all, you got a shot at tornadoes, too. So we are in a hurricane watch on this beach that I'm standing down through St. Pete, Bradenton, Sarasota, all included there. The timing really is this afternoon through tonight. The best idea is to stay off the roads. If you are indoors, this is a storm you easily survive. Unfortunately, what's going to happen, and what has happened in the past, is it comes with heavy rain and a push of water. That's that storm surge. If you'll remember last year, we had Ada. Almost the same path, and that came close to Cedar Key. The current track for Elsa does the same. So yesterday, when we saw at one of the parks where they were handing out free sandbags, a lot of folks there, they know what's happening. It floods so easily here in Tampa. Sea level rise part of it, the engineering of the city, and just the population, all entities that matter here. But look, we do anticipate 3 to 5 feet that will push into the bay, and for hours we're going to have kind of that flow that squeezes water through those little canals, and that's why we could have issues. So on top of that, you got the rain, and we're talking on the order of 6 to 10 inches. So if you have rain at the same time you're pushing water toward a coast, that kind of amplifies what happens. And so we do anticipate high rains all the way through southeast Georgia into South Carolina, and that's where the track takes it. It starts to die because hurricanes do not like land. The friction kind of kills them, but then it tries to reform off the coast of New Jersey. I only giggle because it's fighting a lot to get up there, but it looks like it's going to try, and it will be combining or at least squeezing together with that cold front that's causing severe storms after that epic heat y'all are having. And watch this as it slides by. You could end up seeing Long Island and Cape Cod with tropical storm conditions by Thursday night into Friday morning, Diane. So Elsa not going to be out of our hair until the weekend.
Unfortunately. And Ginger, I know each storm has a bit of a hallmark. Some have very high surge, others very high winds, some are very slow moving. So what is it about Elsa that you think is most concerning?
Number one, the reason I came here is we have never had an E-named storm since we've been naming storms this early in the season. Number two is that Tampa Bay floods so easily that a 3 to 5 foot surge with 6 inches of rain is really threatening. I mean, that could impact a lot of people. Tampa's one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. Real estate has boomed here. There are a lot of reasons why this storm in particular will be a big deal for the west coast of Florida. And to top it all off, it's been almost a century since they've had a real landfalling hurricane, at least here on the west coast around Tampa Bay. So anything that comes close is not something that they, in these lifetimes, have seen much of, Diane.
All right, not what we want to see. Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee. Thanks, Ginger. Stay safe. And Trevor Alt joins me live now from Key West with more on this. Trevor, what's it like there?
Well, Diane, you could probably tell we are in our vehicle right now. So because of Elsa, we were prepared to go right on the shoreline live, and the conditions killed our first camera. So then we pull out a second camera, and then the conditions killed the second camera. So we're going to you live from our producer Andy's phone right now. You can kind of see, and you can hear even a little bit, the conditions out there. These winds are gusting up to 60 miles an hour. The rain has been pouring. We're watching these waves in front of us slam into the shore and spill up over the seawall. And pairing that with the rain, it has really exacerbated the concerns for extensive flooding through the day here. And all of this is happening as Elsa is still about 50 miles away from us. It passed to the west of Key West here, but there are plenty of concerns about the flooding as this through the morning. We've watched it get worse, and it is going to be lingering around here with all of the bands of Elsa for quite some time, Diane.
Trevor, we could see the waves crashing there and kind of spilling up over. What's it like there normally?
Well, they are no stranger to tropical storms in Key West, that is to be sure, but what we were seeing all through the day yesterday is very calm, even maybe lightly coming up to the rocks on the edge of the shore. So to see it splashing up is certainly jarring, but it is not necessarily a rarity for this area. And definitely when we talk to the permanent residents of Key West, they have grown a little bit accustomed to these storms. We've seen at least a few people out playing with their dogs in the rain so far this morning. At the same time, officials have been urging the people who live on houseboats or trailers that they need to seek safer shelter because of what the flooding and what the strong winds can do here. And I think through the day, you will certainly see people sheltering inside just to be safe.
And so what are residents doing there to try to prepare right now?
Well, we've seen a lot of sandbags that have been placed in front of buildings, in front of homes and businesses in order to avoid all of that flooding. Key West is somewhat famous for enduring these storms with parties. I think we will be seeing those at the end, or I'm sure people who are gathering together right now maybe are enjoying the few moments where they are inside. But at least for now, they are making sure that they are seeking shelter as now people in Key West are waking up. This storm really hit overnight. Last night it started to rain, but it wasn't really all the way here. Now that they're seeing it, I really think that they're going to be keeping away and keeping inland as this passes, Diane.
And Trevor, what about tourists that were there for the holiday weekend?
Definitely. I mean, we just had the 4th of July, and we know that during this weekend there were as many as 40,000 people here on this very small piece of land. Certainly some of them are still here. We've seen a lot of them at the hotels that are kind of sheltered in or trying to figure out what is their best path forward because they couldn't necessarily get out of this island in time. A lot of them, though, when you book a trip to Key West in July, there's potential for storms, but it certainly throws a wrench in the plan. And actually, you can see a few people that are out kind of wading into these conditions here, maybe testing it and feeling it out. So I think that some people, at least, who are here traveling are using this as an experience, but at least right now for the next several hours, it's not a great idea to kind of wander into the storm because having been out there myself a couple times, Diane, it's not fun. It punishes you both with the wind and with the rain.
All right, Trevor Ault in Key West. Trevor, stay safe. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.